Everybody, welcome back to Life with Lolo. It is time for my weekly recap of Black Ink Cruise Chicago. This is season 6, episode 16, and it was titled The Shutdown. And this is also the season finale. Alright, y'all, so I already know I'm 2 days late. Don't be checking me or whatever like that. A girl had to get her mental health together, okay? So, I am back. Luckily for me, this episode was not all that detailed or that involved or anything like that. It was basically them just kind of shutting down. So this video will not be long at all. Let's just jump into it. So we pick up where we left off last week, where not Charmaine, Neek is taking Charmaine to the hospital or whatever like that. He's still speeding, child. They get there. She said that her contractions was about 5 minutes apart. Child, when Neek got out the car, he had the whole damn house. He had the whole house in his hands. He had like all these pillows. He had all these bags. Like I said, is they about to move in? Jesus. So she went in to go check in and stuff like that, and they told him to put on masks and stuff. So we saw them walking to the hospital or whatever. Then we see Ryan, Don, for some other friends or whatever. They finna go to the gym, child. Ryan showed us the streets. The streets was empty. They all in the gym. They up there hand sanitizing and all this other stuff. I'm like, all right, y'all want to hand sanitize, too, you know, like, cause you touching stuff or whatever like that. But yeah, y'all still breathing in each other's faces. Y'all still touching the gym equipment. Y'all doing all this stuff. I was just like, morons. But at any rate, they had Lysol and stuff. So hopefully they used it to wipe down the machine, not only after they used it, but before they actually used it. But they in there, they recording themselves and stuff. We see Drea. She in her car with a mask on. She talking about she looking a mess or whatever because her nails ain't done. She was going to the nailery or whatever like that. They show like a flashback 10 days prior where she was asking if Bella had Lysol so she can Lysol everything now. She even pointed to her poom. I said, oh, you want Lysol your poom? Bella was looking at her like, really, bitch? So she was like, girl, hush. Now I'm just taking precautions. But anyway, she going to the nailery. The nailery was, you know, taking temps, making them wash their hands, and they are still doing that till this day, because I know when I went to go get my feet done, I haven't got my nails done, as you see, but when I got my feet done, they didn't take my temperature, but I had to wear a mask. They said no mask, no service, and they made you wash your hands while you went in there, even though you wasn't, you know, using your hands, but you was touching stuff because you had to get in the chair and stuff like that. They made me wash my hands, and then they was just like limited acts touching like your phone or going in your purse, all the other stuff like that. So they are still doing that right now, which is good. Then we see Bella, she grocery shopping, and we see the empty shelves and stuff like that. And y'all remember how it was, and in some places it's kind of like that, but it's gotten a little bit better where they're still stocking and stuff like that. I still have not found any Lysol wipes. I did find, me and my girlfriend was walking through Dollar Tree one day, and we stumbled upon like some Lysol wipes, but you can only get 4 per person. So we ended up getting, you know, 4 packs. But that was the last time I seen Lysol wipes, and that was what, like 2 months ago or last month, early last month. But I haven't seen any Lysol wipes. So if y'all see some Lysol wipes or cans of Lysol, y'all let me know, okay? Because the girl, I need some. But at any rate, she going grocery shopping and stuff like that. The shelves is empty. She talking about she just trying to get food to feed her kid and stuff. Why Bella had the gloves on? And she was touching all the stuff in the grocery store. Then she touched her head. Then she went back to touching all the stuff in the grocery store. Then she touched her face. Then she went back. I said, you is contaminating, you, girl. Why is you wasted? Why is you wearing gloves? Now, you just contaminated your whole face and your hair, your everything. Because whatever germs was in the grocery store that you didn't touch, you didn't put it all on your face and stuff like that with the gloves. The only thing that's clean right now is your hands because they're inside the gloves. I said, somebody don't tell these people something. But at any rate, what happened? Oh, we see Ryan. Was that Ryan? Oh, no. We saw Bella. Then we saw Kit. She was talking to Jess, and they was actually getting along, child. A pandemic will make that, will do that to you sometimes. But they was talking about how the shop might be closing, how they got bills to pay, how the shop just reopened, and they about to close back again. They kind of stressed out. They worried, but they don't really want to tell Charmaine because they don't want to worry Charmaine. The artist don't have any clients because the clients are scared to come in. The artist is scared to come in, and they can't really tattoo and social distance. So it's basically like a waiting game. They're kind of talking about stuff like that. Then we see Charmaine. She in the hospital. She got her epidural, child. She geeking and chilling and all that other stuff. Ryan, he's still open. He's still tatting and stuff. But he making his employees wear masks and they clean and they sanitize. And he said until he was told to shut down, he was going to keep it open, you know, for his pockets, his employees' pockets. And, you know, as long as they was playing by the rules and, you know, sanitizing, keeping social distance, which you really can social distance. And, so I said social distance and, tattoo. Cause I mean, you gotta have the person's arm and stuff. I mean, unless you're taking their temp and then they gotta call, unless you're going through the screening and stuff like that, then maybe that's what he was doing too. But who knows? But he was saying he was following the guidelines. He wanted to talk to Rachel about co-parenting. And then we see Ashley and Dom, and they're actually sitting together. He came over to the house. They're sitting there. They're talking about, you know, what's going on. Of course, Ashley still wanted to go to Texas or whatever like that because the numbers were down. And he was like, well, you don't know if it's going to affect them if you go down there and stuff. And I feel like the best choice of the best recourse is to stay up here, like me move back in here and help you take care of things up in here. When he said that, I started laughing. But Ashley was like, okay, that'd be fine. At first she was acting like she wasn't with it or whatever, and then she was just like, well, you know, it's hard for me to take care of the boys by myself and stuff, so I guess it'll be okay if you move it. I said, girl, stop trying to act like you hard. Like, you know, you wanted that man to come in there. And then she was saying, like, he not a good husband, but he a good dad and stuff. So that's why I was like, why is she tripping last week? Because she know Don be taking care of his kids. So I don't even understand why she was tripping last week. But this week, they just want to keep the family healthy and safe and all the other stuff. So she going to let him move back in. And they going to be like the little family and stuff like that, which is cute. Anyway, it's 3:20. When it first came on, it was 3:19, but then now it's 3:20. Flights are being canceled. Second City was empty. The only person that was in Second City was the receptionist, and I was kind of wondering like why they even got this girl in here. But I guess they wanted to keep it open in case people came in, like walk-ins, because they are taking walk-ins and stuff, or they were taking walk-ins. In case any walk-ins came in for tattoos. So I guess that's the why she was there or whatever. But it wasn't no artist there, so she would have just made them an appointment to come, whatever. So we see Steven, he calling Kit, and he, you know, Steven flirting, child. And I really felt bad for him because he had just came over to Chicago to make some money in Second City, and now the pandemic didn't happen. He's telling her that him and Jess about to fly back to London or whatever. Kit was on board and stuff, but she was like, damn, like, you know, everybody bailing and stuff like that. But she understood it, but she was still in her feelings about everybody leaving and stuff. And he was saying, like, you know, it just wouldn't be right if I'm over here and then something happened over there. So I'm going, you know, go home and stuff. And she's, like I said, she gave her blessing for him to go home, which I was kind of like, if you didn't, he was still going home. But I'm glad she did give her blessing and stuff. And then he wanted to ask her out, like, in the future, like, if she can give him, like, a tour of Chicago and stuff like that. So I thought that was real cute. He said he gonna shoot his shot in this damn pandemic. Okay, he said he finna get him some Kit. But she was laughing. She thought it was cute and stuff like that. She was saying, like, she hasn't really told Charmaine much about what's going on because she doesn't want to worry Charmaine because she's, you know, about to have the baby and stuff, which is understandable. Ain't no point in telling Charmaine, like, the shot fitting the clothes, girl, and all this other stuff. And she worried about having her baby and stuff. So she said she's going to let her focus on that. Then we see Charmaine. She on the phone. She's talking to Danielle and inviting Danielle to come down to the hospital with her. And then we see Brian and the mayor. We can hear the mayor shutting down the city, basically. They said, like, only thing that's going to be open is essential places is going to be open or whatever like that. So Ryan was telling the staff, you know, like, we got to shut down everything and stuff like that. And I mean, it's kind of sad because, you know, that's how they make their bread and butter or whatever. However, I've heard that some tattoo artists were still working in their homes, as well as like barbers and stylists were still working in their homes because, like, they had all their equipment and stuff like that. So I know some of them was abiding by the rules and stuff like that and taking the precautions, but it was a lot of them who was still like making their money inside the house. I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at them. And as we saw, and later on, the stylist, well, no, not the stylist, the tattoo artists, they was taking all their stuff. They was bagging up all their stuff and taking it with them and whatnot, which I can understand too, because if somebody wanted to go rogue or something like that and start busting up, like breaking into places and stuff like that, they could have got their equipment stolen, and that equipment is expensive. So they was all taking their stuff home with them and whatever. We see Justin Steven, they're at the bar, they're in the I'm about to say the hotel. They're at the airport getting ready to fly out to London. And I'm surprised they was even able to get a flight to London, because everything basically over there was shutting down. Because Jess was even saying like her mom said like airports was closing, the underground in London was closing, like all these places was closing. So I was kind of shocked that they were still able to get a ticket to get out, but they did eventually make it home, which was good. And the stay-at-home order was until July 13th. That's what, was it July 13th? Because that's now. Because they opened back up before July 13th, I think. So maybe they said June 13th. I'm not sure. I think it said June 13th. But then we see Ryan. He's talking to Rachel, and he basically trying to figure out what's going on. They talking about how both their businesses had to shut down. He had 13 employees, I think, and she had 10. So their employees won't be getting paid. He was saying like, so what we going to do about co-parenting and stuff? And she was like, well, you can FaceTime and you can be like the history teacher that you always wanted to be. What was your favorite subject? He was like, math. No, did he say math? Yeah, he said math. And she was like, no, it wasn't. You ain't never go to math class. He was like, that don't mean it was wasn't my favorite. I thought that was cute. But he was like, well, can the kids come over here for a week and then they go to your place for a week? So, just flop in every other week the kids or whatever, or maybe every 2 weeks the kids be there with him, and or every 2 weeks be there with her. She said no. I said, Rachel, now if I can understand you want to keep the kids safe and not give them the virus and all that other stuff, but I'm like, if they in his house, Ryan lives alone. If he not inviting nobody else over there and it's just Ryan and the kids there, then they are safe in the house. And then if they just dropping them off in your car and you don't have everybody in your house and it's just you and the kids in your house, and then they drive back to your place, like, what's the problem? Like, I didn't really understand what her I think she was just being difficult for no damn reason. And then he was like, well, what if I come and just stay with y'all? And she was like, no, I don't think so, because we not in a relationship or whatever. And I was like, really? He could stay on the fucking couch or something like that. He ain't got to be laid up in the bed next to you unless she got another man. Now, if she got another man, and that might be a problem, because the man might want to stay with Rachel and the kids. So I could see where that could be a problem. But I was just like, Rachel's just being difficult for no reason. This man not finna see his kids. Like, they shut down in March, and the quarantine order was going to be for June. So you telling me you was going to keep that man from seeing his children face to face, and y'all in the same city, probably not even that far from each other? Like, come on. I thought Rachel was being real, like, difficult for no reason, but I digress. What happened, child? Oh, we saw Kit. She was in Second City, cleaning up and shutting it down. I told you about the 9 Mag people. They ended up flipping the switch, shutting it down and stuff. Charmaine had her baby. I thought it was so funny because Nick was so geeked, and he was like, Charmaine was like, I can't believe I went for 4 to 9 centimeters. Oh my God, we about to have a baby. He was like, well, how many centimeters is it left? I was like, 1, Nick. 1, but he was saying he gonna stay at the top of the bed. He don't want to see nothing down there that's going to traumatize him, and I don't blame him. But anyway, Charmaine had the baby. It's Nola Glenda Bay, and the baby was 6 pounds 14 ounces. Then we saw like little clips of Dime making popcorn for the family and stuff, and then Kit sending out messages saying that the shop will be closed until the foreseeable future. And then we saw Justin Steven, they made it home. And that was pretty much the end of Black Ink Cruise Chicago. I knew it wasn't going to be a lot of episodes left because of the whole coronavirus or whatever like that. We'll see if they'll be able to pick it up next year, like when they'll be able to pick it up and start recording again, because the way things is going, we might have another goddamn shutdown. I don't know, but yeah. But anyway, if y'all like the content of this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to my channel, and then hit the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. All right, y'all, until next time, peace.